Caitlin Clark was a marketing major at the University of Iowa's business school. She probably knows a thing or two about what it all means to her career and her financial picture. NIL has become a huge part of the NCAA in college sports, but now Clark is marketing her name, likeness, and image like a pro.
It's the biggest known deal for a women's basketball player.
Caitlin Clark recently defeated Angel Reese in a big Adidas deal. Apparently, Caitlin thought that defeating Angel on the court was not enough, and now she's taken it to the next level in the world of advertising and brands. This time, it's all about making money off of the sneakers and the bragging rights any brand has. Whatever Caitlin Clark touches will undoubtedly turn to gold. We can't feel sorry for Angel because she's all talk and no action, and brands obviously want a talent like Caitlin to represent them. However, do you know what I'm talking about and what happened to Angel when she turned down the offer? Allow me to explain.
Basketball superstar Caitlin Clark is on the eve of swooshing a record-breaking deal worth millions. The #1 overall WNBA draft pick reportedly set to sign an 8-year sneaker deal with Nike worth $28 million. That includes her very own signature shoe.
The legendary rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has been making headlines, but things have taken a very unexpected turn. This is turning into a full-fledged brand endorsement war from what began as an epic basketball matchup. And let's just say that things aren't going as planned.
Caitlin Clark continues to set the bar when it comes to her impact on female athletics. Go out there, compete with her, try to bust her up if you want to, and all of that stuff. Just don't hate on the acclaim that she's getting.
Let's start by discussing Caitlin Clark. She's fresh off a mind-blowing rookie season in the WNBA, and what does she do? She lands a gigantic Nike endorsement deal. And we're not talking about some casual sneaker collab here. This is an 8-year contract worth a jaw-dropping $28 million, a rookie pulling in one of the biggest endorsement deals in WNBA history. Clark's not just out here breaking records on the court. She's also making serious this is. When things start to get very fascinating. Bank Offit is the kind of bank that makes you wonder whether she's also a finance major in secret. It's somewhat astounding when you consider it. You would think that after Angel Reese's controversial statements, she would be sitting on a pile of sneaker deals and becoming a viral superstar. However, the universe threw us all a curveball, and instead of Reese reaping the benefits of her endorsements, it's Caitlin Clark who's locking down that sweet, sweet Nike money.
Clark now has an 8-year, $28 million deal with
But
Nike.
let's not sugarcoat how absurd Clark's Nike deal is. An 8-year, $28 million contract for a WNBA rookie that's essentially unheard of. Nike isn't just throwing in the towel because Clark had a strong season. Rather, they're betting on her as one of the faces of women's basketball in the future. This deal sends a clear message that they're not messing around. They see Clark as a generational talent who can represent the brand for years to come. However, after the playoffs, they suddenly stopped talking about her and became quiet.
Now, since she has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes.
And then, without warning, Adidas made a move that the sports world is truly giddy about. Imagine this. Caitlin Clark, a generational talent, is being praised on social media by none other than Billie Jean King, the tennis virtuoso, and one of Adidas's top ambassadors. Now, you might be wondering, since Clark had already signed a contract with Nike, why is Adidas doing this? Well, here's the thing. It gets really interesting when you remember that Billie Jean King represents Adidas, and yet here she is hyping up Clark, a Nike athlete, like this isn't just a friendly shout-out, it feels like some next-level chess move. Billie Jean King is a legend, and when she says someone's a generational talent, you know it's serious business. Clark had an incredible debut season, smashing WNBA records while nailing three-pointers similar to their free throws and hitting triple-doubles. King's commendation is well-deserved, but things get heated when they come from the Adidas camp.
These people making fun of her salary, her WNBA.
I know.
Because she's making more money than you, so keep hating. She's changing the game. She is awesome. She deserves it. And listen, she's gonna kill in the WNBA. I think she's gonna have a great rookie year. But this is awesome. I hope this is just the beginning of these girls getting these.
Adidas had the opportunity to turn this around by concentrating on Angel Reese, another rising star in women's basketball, who everyone thought would be their next big signing. After all, Reese led LSU to an NCAA championship and went viral with her celebrations after games. So why is Adidas using Billie Jean King to promote Clark here instead of Angel Reese? It almost seems like they're planning something bigger.
So many different shoe companies wanted to work with me, but I chose Reebok.
But wait, let's not forget about Angel Reese, who is still waiting on that big endorsement deal. Frankly, this must feel like a bit of a slap in the face because, despite making headlines this year, Adidas chose to focus on hyping up Clark, who is already raking in Nike money, instead of supporting Reese, who has been working tirelessly and racking up viral moments. Reese attempted to make it appear as though she didn't want to work with Nike or Adidas, and instead chose Reebok. Some people have already speculated that Adidas is playing the long game in this situation. While Clark is currently contracted to Nike, contracts don't last forever, so by being proactive and publicly praising Clark, Adidas may be laying the groundwork for a potential play to unseat Nike in the future. It seems like they are leaving small clues that could lead to a major move in the future, and let's be honest, Adidas loves a good underdog story.
Her game resonates with people in basketball and across the country because she's got that edge. She plays with a flair. I heard her drop 3 F-bombs in one game sitting right there courtside.
Initial score when you compare Caitlin's 2023 to 2024 season scoring average of 27.3 points per game to Angel Reese's 13.6 points per game. You can see that Caitlin is practically allergic to scoring anything less than 27 points per game. She was dribbling buckets of points like it was her day job and making three-pointers like a pro. Brands are looking for game changers, not simply competent athletes, and Caitlin isn't even close to being the human equivalent of a flamethrower when it comes to lighting up the scoreboard.
She go for history. She's known for draining those threes.
Clark steps back, fires, you bet!
But the real deal is this. With 8.4 assists per game, Caitlin not only sets up teammates for baskets, but also looks like a point guard right out of the NBA. Her 35-28 points this season broke the previous record set in 2017. Her court vision is almost psychic, and when you're that good at creating opportunities, companies are starting to offer bargains at you right now. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is averaging 1.9 assists per game, so let's just say that passing isn't exactly her thing. With her all-around excellence, Caitlin is essentially doing the duties of 3 players, which makes sponsorships a no-brainer.
Caitlin Clark now has 3,528 points in her career. She has officially broken Kelsey Plum's record from 2017.
Oh, and effectiveness Caitlin isn't simply making shots like she has infinite opportunities. Her effective field goal percentage is a respectable 52.2%, which indicates that she is making precise shoots while making a ton of threes. While Angel is still learning the fundamentals, Caitlin seems to be in a shooting masterclass. As a result, it's understandable why Adidas hopped on the Caitlin bandwagon. She's dependable, effective, and, quite frankly, just better at making things happen.
For the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership.
And let's not forget about the Caitlin effect. When she plays, it's like the world hits the paw. The 2024 WNBA season saw 88% more attendance and 400% higher viewership than the league average. Nearly twice as many people came just to watch her hoop. You can't buy that kind of hype, well, unless you're Adidas, in which case you definitely buy it, because that's money in the bank. People aren't just watching her play, they're packing the arenas with tickets, turning her into a walking advertisement. If you needed further evidence that Caitlin is a walking gold mine, let us examine the sales of jerseys. People are swarming to Caitlin's brand, and it's not just basketball nerds, it's a whole cultural movement. Caitlin led the entire WNBA in 2024, outselling everyone, including Angel. Fans don't just watch her, they want to be her. They're wearing her name and repping her on and off the court. Angel did okay, ranking second, but let's be real, the gap between them is about as wide as Caitlin's lead in the scoring race.
Caitlin Clark, remember that girl, that superstar playing for Iowa that ended up going to the Final Four? She's got one of the hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all, according to Fanatic.
Now, to be impartial, Angel Reese is really good at rebounding. She pulls down 13.1 rebounds per game, which is just beast mode. However, while rebounds are important, they're not as sexy as dropping 30 and dishing out dimes all over the place. Caitlin is a master at playmaking and scoring when it comes to selling shoes, jerseys, and other swag.
And one more sign that Caitlin Clark will have a huge impact in the WNBA. Her number 22 Indiana Fever jersey is already sold out online. Guys, she makes her debut on May 3rd against the Dallas Wings. It's a preseason game, but let me guess, it will be sold out.
Yeah, it's going to be fast.
Therefore, the competition between Caitlin and Angel is real and unafraid. It's not simply something that ESPN created for drama. The statistics also support this. Caitlin Clark is making a huge impact both on and off the court. Whether it's packing arenas, packing the stat sheet, or leading in jersey sales, she's proving every day why she's the face of women's basketball and why brands like Adidas are cashing in on her star power. In the end, endorsements are about impact, and Caitlin is dominating in all the places that brands care about. That's why Adidas is all in on her, and Angel, for all her talents, is playing catch-up. Angels has her advantages, but Caitlin is currently in the lead and doesn't appear to be relinquishing the crown anytime soon.